Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news is coming from Livonia tonight, where police shot a man who they say was armed with a gun in front of a strip mall off Middle Belt Road. Our Victor Williams is live at that scene.
And Victor, police have been pretty short on details so far.
Yes, that's right. They're not telling us much right now, but we are waiting to find out the condition of the man that was shot. We're hoping that it was not fatal, but this is what the scene looks like here as the investigation unfolds. As you can see, there are literally cops everywhere. We're talking about nearly a dozen officers from the Livonia Police Department as well as state police, but this situation seems to have started around 2:10 p.m. when, for whatever reason, the suspect who was armed was shot by police. Now, the circumstances behind what led to this altercation, totally unknown at this time, but we did notice several bullet holes in the windows of a cell phone repair store that's right here on Middle Belt Road. That's where officers seem to be focusing all of their efforts at this point in time. In fact, the stretch of Middle Belt Road remains closed off as the investigation continues in what's otherwise a very busy and congested area. Middle Belt is a very major road, so lots of folks are out here watching on, wondering what happened, but we're working to learn more ourselves. Once again, however, one man has been shot by police. Investigators, they're saying that he was armed during the time of the shooting. For now, we are live in Livonia. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Okay, Victor, thank you. Also breaking right now, police say this man right here, 20-year-old Jamarian Hardiman, has been arrested just hours after Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard named him as a suspect in a plot for a mass shooting at a high school graduation.
This has all been developing over the past 40 minutes. Let's get right out live to Lauren Kostick following this. Lauren, 30 minutes ago, we were talking about this guy still on the loose. Thank goodness they made quick work of getting him into custody.
That's right, Ty and Kimberly. The sheriff making that arrest just hours after he identified this suspect. But I also want to give you an idea of where this all happened. This is the school here where those students were attending, the Arts and Technology Academy. But the graduation, it was happening actually next door at the United Wholesale Mortgage Sports Complex. That's where that graduation was happening. And the sheriff's office saying at first it seemed like just a fight they were responding to, but quickly realized it was much more than that.
The witnesses said it was something along the lines of it was going to shoot up the crowd.
A Snapchat message now sparking an investigation by the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. It started after a fight at a graduation ceremony Tuesday for the Arts and Technology Academy of Pontiac. This video from one of the families inside. When deputies arrived, they also learned about the potential threat. That's when deputies discovered surveillance video showing two individuals putting bags under cars. Inside were two loaded weapons and additional magazines.
So just those two weapons, without changing magazines, had 80 rounds of potential firepower. Shooting into a graduation, you can only imagine the outcome of that.
Sheriff Mike Bouchard said the two individuals were not students, but involved in an ongoing dispute with others in the community.
Probably prevented a mass shooting when you consider the weapons that were there, the individuals that were involved who have a history of being involved with weapons and violence.
As for the suspects, one, a 19-year-old, was arrested Thursday and is still in custody. The second, 20-year-old Jamarian Hardiman, was arrested just hours after being identified Friday.
Share information, share information, share information. If you see something, say something. Someone saw that post and we didn't hear about it until after we had arrived on the scene, and it's only because we were there and something already had started.
And the school did release a statement to us about all this, saying in part, we want to assure our community that ATAP remains a safe environment and the well-being of our students and staff is our top priority. The sheriff is also speaking to the county prosecutor, he said, about all this, about potential charges, but so far nothing has been filed. Reporting live tonight in Pontiac, Lauren Kostick, Local 4.
Thank goodness any violence was prevented. Lauren, thank you.
All right, not even more breaking news right now. Local 4 has learned a Monroe man is under arrest accused of calling in a fake bomb threat yesterday morning to a Spirit Airlines flight. 23-year-old John Charles Robinson allegedly made the call after missing his flight to Los Angeles.
Yeah, this was all breaking news yesterday when the plane was grounded, searched by bomb-sniffing dogs, but no explosives were found. FBI agents arrested Robinson when he returned to catch another flight. He's now out on bond and due back in court on June 27th.
A lot going on today.
Yeah.
Our other top story tonight is the weather. My goodness, today the city of Detroit has the worst air quality in the world. That's according to the site IQ Air. Toronto and Delhi, India round out the top 3.
And check this out. You can clearly see all that haze in the sky as we take a live look outside from our downtown Skycam. Yuck. We've got an air quality advisory in effect until midnight because of this. Just look how thick the smoke is from Sky 4. This video taken near the Wayne and Oakland County border just a few minutes ago makes it clear why there is an advisory in place right now. You can absolutely see it with your own eyes. And behind us right here is a live animated air quality map showing you just exactly how bad the air is right now. Health experts say people with breathing issues should stay indoors until this dirty air finally moves out.
It is a mess out there. Let's get over to forewarned meteorologist Ron Hilliard. Ron, the big question being asked is when are we going to be done with this?
Kimberly and Ty, the thing is, we will see some relief and fluctuations at times, but just like last evening, we had some improvement. Well, it is back today with a vengeance. We're going to be seeing some changes here and there. I think we'll see some of this poor air quality extending into the weekend, and then when we see some rain coming through, we'll see some relief. Here's a look from Southfield toward downtown Detroit. You can barely see anything out there. Another look at the shot that we saw just at the top. This is from downtown Detroit looking toward New Center. Typically, you'd be able to see the Cadillac building. You cannot see it. I should say, typically you see the Fisher building out there in New Center, but it's so smoky that visibility is reduced and poor. So 74 is the current temp right now, Detroit. 73 in Ann Arbor, 74 for Pontiac, 73 in Monroe. We are going to be seeing these air quality issues for the rest of the evening and nighttime at least. I'll tell you a little bit more about when we can see that improvement coming up.
Okay, Ron, we'll see you in just a bit. Thank you. A Detroit man is in custody in connection to the shooting of rapper Skilaby. That shooting happened May 22nd near 8 Mile in Centralia in Redford Township. Police say 26-year-old Trayvon Gardner, known professionally as Skilaby, was shot 3 times while driving and crashed his car. Investigators were able to identify the suspect's vehicle and took that person into custody Tuesday. He has not been named by police, but he faces several gun charges. The case is being reviewed by the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office.
The Pontiac mother, accused of leaving her own 3 kids to live in horrible conditions for years, is now out of jail.
Our cameras were rolling when Kelly Bryant walked out of jail Thursday after posting bail. Her bond was slashed from a whopping $250 million to $50,000. She's facing child abuse charges and accused of stealing benefits meant for her children. Her release comes with strict conditions. She can't contact her kids or even go near the place where she left them. If she breaks those rules, Bryant could be rearrested on the spot.
And big news tonight in D.C. as well. Take a live look here from pictures of the White House in Washington. A win for the Trump administration as the Supreme Court rules that the DOJ team can have access to Social Security systems with personal data. Meantime, the online feud between President Trump and Elon Musk seems to be cooling off. Now the focus is shifting back to the president's One Big Beautiful Bill and its chances of making it to the president's desk.
President Trump touting better than expected job numbers while appearing to cool down tensions with former advisor, billionaire Elon Musk. Overnight, the one-time friends engaging in a verbal boxing match on social media, punching and counter-punching with one post then another, after the president reacted to Musk's disdain for his big beautiful bill.
I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
Musk saying the tariffs will send the country into a recession. The president threatening to cancel Musk's government contracts. The public breakup playing out for the world to see.
I think it was doomed from the beginning.
I think it was pretty predictable.
I just keep thinking, like, I can't believe this is real life right now sometimes.
It's kind of like seeing middle school kids fight.
2 rich men with 2 big egos. They can't coexist for long.
And in the background, the actual fight over the president's budget bill. Senate Republicans at odds over the price of Trump's mega spending bill, which boosts money for defense and border security paid for with cuts to Medicaid and food aid programs.
I want to get to yes, but to get to yes, I need what I always need. I need a commitment to return to a reasonable pre-pandemic level of spending.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says Musk should leave the business of Congress to Congress.
I don't argue with him about how to build rockets, and I wish he wouldn't argue with me about how to craft legislation and pass it.
Democrats seizing on the global optics of this bromance breakup.
It makes us think how we look around the world. You got the president and the world's richest guy in this pissing match.
Some Republicans are now calling on Elon Musk to fund primary challenges against Republicans who back Trump's bill.
Today marks a solemn anniversary. It's been 81 years since D-Day, often considered the beginning of the end of World War II. On June 6, 1944, tens of thousands of Allied troops from the United States, UK, France, and Canada stormed the beaches of Normandy in Nazi-occupied France. About 2,500 American troops died. However, the successful land, air, and sea operation was a turning point in the war. It ultimately led to the liberation of Western Europe from Germany less than a year later. All right, we've got some fun news to tell you about now. Our morning news is expanding next week, giving you an entire morning of local news on our streaming channel.
Yeah, join us streaming on Local 4 Plus for in-depth conversations, live events, and interactive content. We're taking your questions directly to the newsmakers. Watch us from 4:30 to 7 on TV, then stream our news and weather with Nick and Ashley exclusively on Local 4 Plus from 7 until live in the D at 11 o'clock.
Find us on the Local 4 Plus app for your TV, the homepage of clickondetroit.com, or take us on the go by downloading the Click on Detroit app for your phone. Again, it all starts Monday.